Welcome back to another segment of The Word with G on SidelineBuzz.com. Today we're talking Fantasy Fix, G's daily fantasy baseball lineup. Today I'll share with you my lineup and a couple of guys to watch out for. So what you have to do is sit back and listen, and I'll explain. So today we've got pitching, Trevor Bauer. He's going up against the Seattle Mariners, and the Seattle Mariners have been struggling so far this year, hitting right-handed pitchers. Trevor Bauer amounts strikeouts, which is always helpful in daily fantasy baseball leagues, and they may be without Nelson Cruz, their power right-handed bat in the middle of the lineup. He'll cost you $8,600. Catching today, we've got Matt Wieters. He's going up against Boston and Rick Porcello. You can get him for $3,100. First base, in the same game, Mike Napoli against Baltimore. At Baltimore and Camden Yards, he's going up against Wei Chen, and you can get him for $3,200. Second base, we're shifting over to Detroit, and Ian Kinsler, who's going up against Jake Arrieta of the Chicago Cubs. You can get him for $3,300. Mike Moustakas now at third base, the Moose, who's going up against Kyle Gibson at Target Field in Minnesota today. He's only worth $2,400. Bit of a steal there, a good value play for any daily fantasy lineup, and we'll talk a little bit more about the Moose later on in the segment. Shortstop, we're rolling out Xander Bogaerts today. He's going up against, again, for the Red Sox, he's going up against Baltimore and Camden Yards, Wei Chen, $2,600. Outfielders now, we're going to start two in the same game and in the same actual outfield. Jock Peterson and Andre Ethier. Peterson and Ethier both going up against the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight and Jeremy Hellickson. Peterson will cost you $3,800, while Andre Ethier only $3,000. And finally, yes, we were able to do this. Mike Trout. We are able to get Mike Trout in the lineup. He'll cost you $5,000 tonight as he's going up against Tampa Bay and Erasmo Ramirez, and it's at the Trop tonight. So a couple of guys to look out for tonight, a couple of guys that I've keyed in on. First of all, the catcher for Baltimore, Matt Wieters. He's been a nice offensive spark plug since returning from the DL about a week ago. And over that week, since he's returned, he's batting 11 for 27, 11 hits and 27 at-bats. That amounts to a .417 batting average. In his career against Rick Porcello, who he's going up against tonight for the Boston Red Sox, you better believe he's doing pretty good. 4 hits and 11 at-bats. I expect at least a double and an RBI tonight from my boy Matty Wieters. Next, I told you we were coming back to him, the Moose, Mike Moustakas. In his last 7 games, he's batting .321 with 3 RBIs. And away from Kansas City this year, he's 32 for 92. And if doing the math at home, that equates to a .348 average with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. And he's playing in Target Field tonight, which happens to be tied for the 8th most hitter-friendly park. So tonight I look for the Moose continue to rake and to hit well, score a couple runs, maybe get an RBI. Should be a solid game for the Moose tonight. Finally, this is not so much of a surprise. I went with an easy one here. Mike Trout. Anytime you have the opportunity to get one of the best young players in your lineup, you have to expect good things. Like I said, you're paying the price for him. He's the second highest paying player tonight, next to only Paul Goldschmidt. He's worth $5,000. Goldschmidt is worth $5,400. So I'm rolling him out there today. I had the opportunity to. I had room in my lineup to get him in there with the $5,000. He's facing Erasmo Ramirez, like I said, who's sporting a pretty high 5.1 ERA. I'm expecting a big night from Trout, of course. A couple of hits, a home run, 2 RBIs, and a couple runs. Rack it up for tonight. That is my daily fantasy lineup. And this has been The Word with G on SidelineBuzz.com. And of course, you have to sit back and listen, and I'll explain. Catch you next time.